Okay. And roadmap. What's going on, guys? Steven with Level Up MMO, and today's video is a big one because we are going to be talking about the release of the dev update today, and in particular the roadmap and what I think about it. So we'll talk about everything in the roadmap, but they did some discussion of territory management changes as well as the upcoming Winter Conversions Festival as well. So if you're interested in that, maybe I'll do another video, but let's talk about the roadmap. So first things first, it is broken down into two sections. It is the spring and the summer, which means the fall and winter we don't know about yet. This is only for the spring and the summer. We also don't know when during those time frames we will get these updates. We just know, like with every other time, that they are simply going to fall within those seasons if everything goes according to plan. Getting into the first thing that they mentioned coming with the spring portion, and we will be going in order, spring to summer, I'll let you know when we get to summer, is going to be a new expedition, and that is titled the Empyrean Forge Expedition, and we will be facing humanoids. So they said could bring some new itemization to the game, which is really exciting. Maybe we'll get humanoid damaging weapons, you know, humanoid bane, whatever it might be. But I love the fact that we're getting expeditions, more expeditions. We of course are also getting the Starstone and Amberine, which they touched on, coming here soon in the winter, actually, I believe. But it is worth pointing out that we keep getting this new in-game content. There's actually more we'll talk about with the roadmap, but we're not getting any sort of increase in gear score or level, or at least nothing that's been told to us even throughout this roadmap. Spoiler alert, there's nothing about increasing our gear score or our level cap. So we're getting new expeditions that will most likely give us 600 to 605 gear that we can level up, but we're not actually going to be able to get any. So if you already have a best in slot, unless there's a brand new item in that expedition that is the new best in slot, it's not really going to do a lot for you, and that kind of throws me off. But maybe because it's humanoid, we will be getting a whole new set that we need to build, so it'll be worth running it just to be able to do that every week. I will say the screenshot that they have on the roadmap looks phenomenal. It looks really, really cool. They always do a great job with the look of the expedition, so regardless, I'll be playing it and enjoying it, but it does make me a little bit worried when it comes to no further progression of your character. Speaking of new gear though, we will be getting the gear set storage. They have said that will be coming here in the spring. So within the next couple of months, hopefully 3-4 months, we will get gear storage. That is going to change the name of the game because of how much gear we are now toting around to be able to run all the different expeditions, to do PvP, to have luck gear, to have crafting gear. It's a lot. So this will allow us to do that much simpler, and of course make this just way more enjoyable. So that is a massive thing that is coming, and I'm glad that isn't waiting until the summer. Another new thing coming with spring is actually the Springtide Bloom event, which will be a full makeover of towns like they typically do with any of these seasonal events, along with an event where, like in others, you have something to do and then you take those tokens back to a vendor and be able to buy stuff. This time it's going to be something along the lines of catching bugs, which they kind of giggled about, so maybe there's going to be some difficulty there. You take those bugs, you turn them in, and then of course you can purchase gear or maybe cosmetic things for your home with those tokens. And I actually think this is a nice thing to do. I mean, now we have them for every season at this point, and it gives us something to log in and do, some unique rewards to grab, something to kind of grind each day to get your tokens, to be able to buy unique things that just make the game a little more fun, enjoyable. Again, these aren't major things, but I love when MMOs do events such as these, and I do think New Orleans did a pretty good job with them so far. Always room for improvement, but I look forward to seeing what they have for us here in the spring. And after the level 1 through 25 revamp that we saw with the Brimstone Sands update, they are now extending that, which is exciting for anybody who's starting the game or maybe wants to go back and experience it. They will be adding 2 more zones. That is going to be Weavers and Brightwood. The quests are being redone. There might be some new mobs. They're of course making sure everything is more streamlined and crystal clear. So that's always good. I can't wait till the whole game is like that. I think it'll be more enjoyable for people who jump into the game. However, with how fast you can level through the game currently, if they're also changing and improving that, you'll be able to hit 60 in like a day if you just do the MSQ. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but that's definitely the way that it looks like it's going. And with that, we're going to move into the summer. So the first thing coming that they mentioned in the summer, and this is a massive one we have all been asking for, Transmog is going to happen. They are adding a transmog system. They didn't provide details of exactly how it would work. They just said in the summer there will be transmog. You will be able to change what your gear looks like based on other items that you may have had. Again, don't know exactly how it will work, but at least we can finally have some sort of influence on what our character looks like outside of buying skins or getting Twitch drops, whatever it might be, and only being able to select those in particular. I'm very, very excited for this because there are actually some really cool gear sets out there that are just a part of the natural world of playing the game and not something you have to like buy. And so being able to piece things together will definitely add a little bit more dynamic to the game and how people look. So I'm really looking forward to the transmog. And back to more PvE content in the summer, we will also finally get to face the sandworm. It will be the sandworm elite trial is kind of what it was dubbed in the video. And that will be, as they said, the hardest to date PvE content. They said that they want it to be, if the devs in there are able to beat it, it's not hard enough. They said it's something where they want you to have to be fully coordinated and max geared to be able to take this thing down. So I'm excited, and I plan on doing another video about what I think you'll be able to get from it, how I think it'll work. But either way, I'm excited for some more really difficult PvE content. I think we do need more of that, and that will also be 20 people. So that's 4 groups of 4 will come together to take down the sandworm in the elite trial. And as you've probably noticed, there hasn't been any talk of PvP yet. And well, that's because in the summer, we will finally get that OPR cross server. I think a lot of people were hoping it was going to come sooner, but it will not be here until the summer, which means I don't know how much more PvP content we're going to get between now and then. I certainly hope for everybody who really focuses on PvP that there is more. I know that they've been complaining it's a little dry for a while, maybe a new map, maybe a new mode, something different to spice it up. But if there's not anything from now until summer, you will have OPR cross server to do once that time rolls around. It will be regional. So it's not like you're going to be playing cross server with people from the West Coast or from the East Coast. It will be regional from what they described it as, but maybe that could change. Maybe it could be different, but I do think it'll stick to your world set. And lastly, the Summer Medley Fair will, of course, be coming back in the summer of 2023. So that is what we have so far on the roadmap. I'm excited for a lot of these. Again, I'm a little thrown off by some of them and not seeing a gear score increase. It's like they're adding more PvE content, but they're not changing what we're getting from it. So it's kind of like they added Eniad, and it was really fun. It's exciting. I love the dungeon. However, I don't get anything from it. I'm not getting an increase to gear score. I'm not getting, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same. There's no progression unless they add something new that requires some item from that expedition, something like that. And right now we're not seeing too much of it. They also did touch on, and they said that there's small things that aren't in this, but of course will be coming out. More heart runes. They did say there will be more of those, along with plenty of quality of life updates and things like that. And I'm sure we'll see some systemic changes with how some of the things work in the game, as they talked about with territory and wars and stuff like that. But overall, I'm excited for what's to come. I did think there would be more, but I think that is actually going to be the latter half of the year, just like we saw with this one, where we get the really, really big stuff. So there's some big things in here, but I do think once we get the next roadmap, yes, we have to wait for that one, we're going to see some of the major, huge game-changing things they will be bringing. But I want to know your thoughts, guys. What did you think of the roadmap? Do you agree with my takes on things? Maybe you have some different ones. Let me know down in the comments below. You can always come chat with me live at twitch.tv/heartbreaker_TV. And of course, if you enjoy New World videos, MMO content in general, subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and you can always become a member to support me directly in the best way. Thank you all, and until next time, good luck in your adventures.